Okay, then.
Yeah, that was lackluster, huh?
That was you're 0 for 1 in the production category, Pogue.
You only got to
Doing
get
it.
333. That's fine. We're going for 1 out of 3.
Meyer back at it.
Welcome to the Mire, everybody. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew, Tommy Petrain, Nicole DeMace, Jonas Felix here. Everybody is here on hand. A special evening in the Cougar Den in Skillman as Montgomery boys basketball takes on Ocean Township. It's Coaches versus Cancer, an annual event Montgomery's been involved in for just a number of years. And really, really excited to report that I think if Coach Grundy's numbers are right, they're going to end up donating over $10,000 to Coaches versus Cancer this year. It's fantastic. Boys, how are you?
Terrific.
That's wonderful. Tommy, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
Awesome. A good Saturday?
Yeah, pretty good Saturday so far. Hopefully it stays that way.
That's incredible. Pogue, you started out the day very well by kicking my complete rear end in pickleball. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot.
It was fun. It was fun.
You want to talk about, like, the most frustrating thing in the world when, you know, you're having a lot of fun, you think you're doing really well at something, and then you bring somebody in who's just, like, way more athletic than you, who's, like, never done it before, and they completely beat your ass?
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't completely not done it before. I mean, tennis is not completely different from
Pogue?
pickleball.
It's close, but it's not the same.
Well, I didn't say it was the same.
Well,
So
I'm
it was
way,
not
way better at
completely-
one than the other, though. I can tell you that much.
Pickleball.
No.
Yeah.
Needless to
I
say,
saw.
I had a few moments at home. I went home and took a shower. May
Cry.
have cried.
Cried a little
Maybe
bit in the
cried.
shower.
Maybe cried
Just
in the
wash
shower.
those tears away.
Oh,
It's nice.
that was fun.
There's video of it. Is it going to be posted on the Mire? We're going to post it.
That's up to Pogue. Depends on how bad he wants to make me feel.
Oh, man.
Today.
Just every so often when he's like, go to the replay, Pogue, he just goes to a clip of him getting spanking you in pickleball.
He did something.
I love it.
He did something this morning, but it was like, because we got there real early. Like, we got there about 7:15, 7:30, and played for like 90 minutes to 2 hours before anybody else got there. And two of the guys that are like kind of regulars that we play with who were pretty good walked in, like right as he was doing something amazing. And like the one guy stopped and just looked at me. I was like, it's his third day ever playing pickleball. He's like, I'm leaving. I'm leaving right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't want to be there.
Oh, it's fun. So, in any event, on to more fun things than that, and that is boys basketball. Montgomery in a bit of a funk. It's been a streaky season so far for the Cougs. Started out 0-2, won their next 3, lost their next 4. So really looking to put a halt to the skid tonight against Ocean Township. Ocean Township started out the season nice, 4 wins after a loss, and then have lost their last 2. So they're kind of in a similar boat here. You know, as we analyze what happened from Montgomery the other night against Ridge, thought they played really well. You know, Pogue, I know you also watched most of that game, you know, close, tight going into the fourth quarter, and then it was really just the last 8 minutes.
Yeah, they played well. It's almost like the first quarter at Hillsborough was the only difference that we had between those 3 teams. Because if we didn't have those 7 threes or whatever it was in the first quarter, they ended up playing Hillsborough pretty even the rest of the game. And same thing with Ridge.
Tommy, I don't know if you had the statistics from the Ridge game available, but I know that JT Szymborski had an absolute heck of an evening.
8 3-pointers, right?
Yeah, I think he has
That's pretty
24.
solid. 24 points.
Way to steal the kid's thunder, Timmy.
Well, you know,
Well, I said he's going to confirm
he
it.
looks pretty busy here. I was gonna got to find the stats.
We could have talked around it for a second.
You
good.
know we're not capable of that.
You know, Montgomery, though, to your point earlier, like being in games, I was listening in the coach's office. Coach Grundy was saying like 7 of the 9 games so far this season, they've had a lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Right. So we just got to learn it. You know, we just got to be able to close out. Hang in there. All right, you there?
Go ahead. What do you got, Tommy?
So, yeah, JT obviously 8 threes, no 2-point field goals. He was doing everything from outside. Until yesterday, he was kind of struggling throughout the season, didn't shoot very well in all their other games. So I think even though they lost this game, this is a very good sign for Montgomery because JT could be getting out of his funk. Like last year, he was a very solid, very consistent 3-point shooter. This year, he hasn't been the same up to this point, but seems like a breakout game for him, and I think that we're gonna see more games like this to come.
You have the quarter breakdown there. What was the fourth quarter scoring?
Let me.
Because I know that we had talked about it, and I wasn't just exactly sure about how it all went.
Yeah, so Ridge won the fourth quarter 20-14, which meant at the end of the third it was 41-40. So
yeah, see, there you have
they
it.
were right in there, and Montgomery also had a 6-point lead after the first, which narrowed down to a 1-point lead at halftime. So, like you were saying, they've been leading in the fourth quarter most of their games. Got to make sure to just stay calm and keep the lead and just close out games. And then if we do that in the future, I think we're going to win a lot more.
There's like 6.5 weeks left in the regular season, right? And Stephen Donahue's on the way back, guys. I mean, that's the other thing you got to think about is that you're on the cusp of getting. I don't want to say about to get, meaning like he's coming back tomorrow, because I don't know the answer to that question. And quite frankly, I've had enough respect for the situation to not ask, because I don't think that's the right thing to do with a high school kid. But he's going to be back, and I think that's happening sooner than later. And when you talk about having a lead in the fourth quarter of 7 of 9 games, and you're playing a team like Ridge to 41-40 through 3, and you're about to interject that type of catalyst into the game, it's going to make a world of difference, not only because you're getting back who you thought was going to be your major offensive threat in the year, but you've already now gotten the younger guys the experience that they no doubt would not have gotten had he not gotten hurt. So, I mean, like, if you're looking for silver linings, there's one is.
Yeah, I mean, when he comes back, I think it's going to just make those younger players play even better, even though now they might touch the ball a little bit less and have less scoring opportunities. I think it also takes a lot of the pressure that they've been feeling off of them. And I know a lesser experienced player often does better when they don't feel that pressure.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And it's like any time you get somebody back, like if you want to put it in NFL terms, a wide receiver gets injured, and now all of a sudden a number 2 has to become a number 1 and get guarded by number 1 cornerbacks. Like, production goes down. But the second you can shift people down in the pecking order, until that they're ready for, that big time role, holy cow, they're more effective. And I don't really think it's, as I like to often reference Mystery Alaska, I don't think that it's rocket surgery to know that I'm talking about Ethan Lynn. I mean, in my opinion, the biggest surprise, like, I knew he was going to play, and I knew he was going to be good. I didn't have any inclination that he was going to be this good. I mean, this quickly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously a freshman starting on the varsity basketball team is going to be a surprise when he's like your number 1 guy. But just his ability to control the ball, how many people have we seen him put on their butt, just by dribbling? You know what I mean? He's got that nice long crossover and hesitation that just makes the defense stop, and then boom, he's past him. So he's got tremendous upside. To add a guy like Donahue, who can also handle the ball and also relieve him of some scoring obligations, it's going to be a different game when he's able to join us.
You see in the top left-hand corner of your screen there a QR code. We mentioned the donation that Montgomery is going to be making to Coaches versus Cancer because of this event. If you're so inclined out there and you're watching tonight at home, scan that QR code with your phone. It'll take you directly to the donation link. Jack Vermelt has done such a fantastic job with this, really spearheading the effort for the fundraising, and it has worked out incredibly. Voorhees girls basketball donated over $3,000.
Wow.
I think the final number was $3,062 they wrote a check for. How great is that?
That's amazing.
When stuff comes together like this, it's just such a fantastic thing, because, for all the bad that there is out there in the world, I'm telling you, when people can unite for a cause, you look at what DeMar Hamlin's, the charity that he's associated with the Christmas gift.
Yeah.
He wanted to raise like $2,500. It's like at $5 million.
Yeah.
People have good hearts out there, man.
Yeah. I mean, and this is a cause that's usually, unfortunately, close to most people's hearts. You either know someone who has gone through it or is currently going through it. So if you feel want, make sure you get out there and click that code and help us get up even higher.
And by the way, I have very good news for some special people listening at home as we speak about illnesses. In the exact opposite way of the illness, I was insured by assistant coach Joe Bassford that there is no longer a headache. He is completely asymptomatic, symptom-free, ready to go 100%. And I know that not only makes me happy, but I know it makes some folks at his home happy. Right, Malia?
Yeah.
That's right.
Daddy's feeling good.
That's right. It's what a shock that there would be such a caring and compassionate kid like that at home because of the type of person and people that Amanda and Joe are, right? That, that Joe's daughter is concerned. It's awesome.
You got a great dad. You want him to be healthy.
That's right. And obviously producing some conscientious, pretty awesome kids over there at the Bassford household. So what are we expecting to see out of this basketball game tonight, guys, to shift gears back to hoops?
For me, if you look back to the past 2 games, in my opinion, you can't really label those games for Montgomery as they necessarily played bad. Yes, the Hillsborough game was a 21-point loss, but like Pogue said earlier, without that first quarter where they were draining 3 after 3, that game would have been a lot closer. And when a team is shooting like Hillsborough was that night, there isn't much you can do, to be honest. And then for Ridge is a team that's 7-1, puts them on top of our division, and we hung in with them. Obviously, 1-point game going into the 4th. So as long as things go right tonight, I think Montgomery can come out with a win if they make their shots, if they play good defense. I think this is a good opportunity for Montgomery to bounce back and maybe start bringing their record back around 500.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Timmy.
I was just going to say, I'm just looking at the lineup and at the court currently. I mean, it looks like that we are a little bit outsized. But even more important for us then is to get those boards, take good shots, create space so that we're not giving them opportunities to get rebounds. So I feel like that's going to be the key for us, just making good shot choices.
All right, we are almost set for tip-off in the finale of Coaches versus Cancer in Skillman. We'll take a break for the national anthem. We're going to come back. We'll have starting lineups and boys basketball right after this. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to the MIRE. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew, Tommy Petrain, and Nicole DeMace live from the Den. The finale of Coaches versus Cancer as Montgomery takes on Ocean Township. And as you hear the starting lineups being announced behind us, we are not bringing you the Ocean Township starting lineups.
Ooh.
No,
Ooh.
not doing that?
No.
That's fine. Well,
Not yet.
before we go to the Montgomery guys, I will say you're going to see a lot of number 3, Zaire Dean. He's a sophomore guard for Ocean Township, and he is fantastic. He leads the team by far in points. He has 160 points already, double the amount of anybody else. Let's take you to starting lineups for Montgomery. It is the starting lineup that you have become accustomed to. JT Szymborski back in the starting lineup, joined by the freshman Ethan Lynn. Josh Moore will handle the ball for the Cougs at the point. Luke Smith, sharpshooter from the outside, along with Szymborski, and one of the other captains, the senior Matt Levy. Matt Levy going suns out, guns out today.
That's the Glock style right there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Usually only in the springtime though.
Yeah.
I get a little chonky come the fall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got to wait till the definition comes out first.
Yeah, they hit the gym a little bit, get the curl sets in.
No, it's just because I run so much in lacrosse. The rest of me withers away.
There you go. Running's good.
Yes, sir. 3 weeks away from the season, baby. 3 weeks from today.
Oh, you got to hit that treadmill. Hit that Stairmaster.
Don't worry, baby. I'm happy with where I'm at right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go for a run together?
No, I'm not insane.
I'll go easy on you.
I said I'm happy for where I'm usually at. I'm
Yeah.
nowhere near you where you are.
I just like to run, man. I'll run with anybody, any pace, doesn't matter.
I love that the coaches versus cancer thing was always like, the coaches would coach in shirts and ties and sneakers, and now it's like, yeah, who's putting on a shirt and tie anymore ever? Everybody's always wearing sneakers.
Yeah. Well,
pace.
I would have pulled it.
Instead, Luke Smith will, and he'll hit right away.
There you go. That's what I want to see tonight. I want to see Luke hitting. I want to see JT hitting. Ethan obviously continuing his scoring. Let's get it 5.
So Levy will hit the first one. And no good on the second.
No love on that one.
Pressure.
Yeah.
I think it's important for Montgomery to set the tone here, because the way it starts is just as important as the rest of the game. If you set the tone, take a big lead early, it could really help for the rest of the game.
I mean, you saw what happened at Hillsborough as Dean rises and fires and misses, and Moore will come quickly the other way. Ethan Lynn now for 3. That's no good.
Good try, though. Yeah, big leagues are always nice. I like those. Josh Moore just to be able to get in there and put a hand up, throw it off, try just enough. So that foul was on Levy. We're going to get Dean at the line. And one of the 2.
Again.
Montgomery will look to attack.
Oh, way out.
Long 3 is no good.
He's got to hit one of those early, man, just to keep the confidence going. You know what I mean? He's definitely a mental player. And, ooh, nice athletic move.
Good job, and Moore's going to get on the floor. He slid about 16 feet.
Yeah.
No walk
No.
call. But, you know,
Take the jump.
is what it is.
Sometimes you get a little bit lucky.
30-second timeout for the Cougs, so we'll keep you here. And a nice start for Montgomery.
We doing some troubleshooting?
Yeah, don't really understand what the technical issues are. We're
True MIRE fashion. I love it. think this was Glock's Pogue's cockiness in the beginning when I came in. He said, everything's going well.
No, I told you, I'm waiting for what's going to go wrong.
Yeah.
I don't really understand how that could possibly be. We're hardwired into the floor.
I wish I had an answer.
Well, the interwebs is a fickle beast.
Nice little drive by Moore.
Levy. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Tim.
No, I was going to say, Levy, you seemed a little preoccupied. I was about to jump in on you.
Nah, I'm good.
I know.
Yeah, I got you. But I appreciate you. Moore. Good job defensively by the Cougs so far. That's one of the things that, you know, I think
nice
for Montgomery
move.
as they get back inside and Ethan Lynn's going to pick up a foul. You know, I think the Grundy coaching staff has always been pretty hyper aware of how to game plan for when a team's got a dominant player.
Yeah.
You know, and year over year we've been able to kind of limit. You can never eliminate a dominant player, right? But you can certainly limit.
Yeah.
They got one guy that's just going to keep scoring on you. It's better to get him out of the picture. If they beat you in other ways, that's all right, but you can't let their best guy get hot.
Can Nicole even see that screen there? Are you hogging that
I'm
whole
sorry.
thing?
I was unaware
Just
of
checking.
it.
Just checking. Richardson misses them both. So turns out to be a great foul from Lynn.
Nah, see, like that little
He's
hesitation
shifty.
right there, man. Oh,
Shifty.
Josh Moore thought about it for a second. So did JT.
Instead, they will slow it down and reset things. I was happy to see Luke Smith get his first shot of the game to go. As Szymborski now will
Come
rise
on, go
and
in,
fire.
baby. Come on. Oh, that's a good shot, though.
Off the back iron. Here's Dean.
Dean has a nice handle, man.
Kicks back outside, and now he will regather things. Could see why he is scoring at the rate that he is.
Yeah, he's quick.
Only a sophomore, too. That'll be.
Have to check out, see if he does track.
That's a really good job defensively by Szymborski to stay straight up and down and stay disciplined there.
Yeah, overall, just a great defensive possession. They barely even got into the paint. Didn't seem to be able to run their offense and eventually force them into a mistake.
Midway through quarter number one, it's the final game of coaches versus cancer as Luke Smith tries his hand at another three. No good.
They've all looked good off the hand, though, for Smith and Szymborski.
Yep.
Looking good and being good are different things, though.
Little inside-out play, and it ends up in a bucket for Ron Richardson.
Yeah, he seems to be their inside presence.
6'4", so that's certainly significantly taller than whatever Montgomery's trotting out there.
Yeah, but definitely aggressive, too.
Levy off a screen and a three just short front rim. Brandon Davis and Vermelt are both up off the bench.
Moore just missed grabbing that steal.
Really, I know I said it when they first wore them, but I'm really digging the gold unis. Levy with another steal. And Matt comes the other way, and
our new track unis are gold.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
This is a little bit like a Bob Menery broadcast right now over here without the curse words. As Moore, they're going to say an offensive foul. That was a okay.
You have to explain the reference to me. I don't know.
You don't know who Bob Menery is?
No.
Well,
do
I
you
don't
know, Tommy?
I do.
Bob Menery is a guy that takes like funky looking things that happen in sports and like broadcasts over them, but like makes fun of the whole thing and like uses a lot of profanity. It's pretty funny.
It's very entertaining.
It's very, but certainly not safe for children's ears, that's for sure.
I'm gonna have to go YouTube it.
I don't think it's on YouTube. I think you might have to go Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Jumper short, and Ethan Lynn's going to push the pace. Right to the hoop. Window, no good. BD can't grab the rebound. So a stilted beginning for both squads as Ocean Township and Dean will attack. He like changed hands in midair on that one, and Brandon Davis came down with a strong rebound. He's running the floor was looking for the ball. Instead, Moore will pull up. Davis fights for the rebound, and they're going to say a foul on Ocean Township.
That's what I love about this Davis kid that he brings onto the floor is he's just an aggressive underneath player. And while we might not have the size, that aggression goes a long way, able to get those boards.
No doubt. Ooh. Lynn almost lost it off his fingertips, but he's there to corral it. Another three from Vermelt's no good. Davis has another offensive board, throws it up off balance, no good, and here comes Ocean Township.
Davis doing really well underneath.
Got to get one or two of these to go. Little spinning layup is no good off the hands of Laughlin, and here comes Moore.
Seems to be a difficult time scoring for both teams here.
Just kind of came in on a short hop for Moore. You saw Dean do that for Ocean Township too, and it reminded me of the Mike Remsen years, or Matt Remsen years, not Mike Remsen. Matt Remsen years. As that turnaround is no good, and Vermelt's got the rebound.
Yeah, nice rebound by Vermelt, man. Having good positioning.
Smith is wide open for three. Yes.
Boom. You can't give him that much time. He'll hit it every time.
Second three-pointer of the game for Luke. 7-3 Cougs.
That's only the second field goal of this entire first quarter, and Ocean Township only with one field goal. Clearly a defensive game so far.
Well, is that what we want to say? Defensive game?
I mean, there have been a lot of steals. Or are we saying there's been a lot of turnovers?
There you go. Lynn, however,
there you go.
Streaking to the hoop and lays it in.
Killing it.
Ethan Lynn showing that burst.
Yeah, you can't take the foot off the gas pedal now, man.
Davis, and that's a completely appropriate foul in a situation like that.
I mean, he had decent position. It just he was hung in there just a little bit too long and was able to draw the foul.
The thing that I've always been critical of in situations like that, right, is you're either going to go and let him, you're going to make a little token piece of defense, I guess is what I was trying to say. Not really going to go after the ball, but just going to try to maybe put a little fright in them.
Yeah.
Maybe hope that they blow the layup.
Make him think about the shot.
Or you're going to do what Brandon did, and you're going to foul him and make sure that he doesn't score.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go halfway, that's when N1s happen, and that's just, you just can't allow that kind of stuff. Ocean Township gets them both, so Montgomery with 33 ticks to go before the end of the quarter will look to capitalize. Moore on his right hand. Nice little foul line jumper for Vermelt. Can't go.
And you got to hit that one. That one's a great pass and mid-range shot.
Good job inside by Davis, but an offensive rebound and a putback from Devin Sims.
Yeah.
5 seconds. Got to hurry here. Got to hurry, Josh. With 3 seconds. Now with 2. With 1 from half court. Oh, off the front of the rim and no good. So a challenging first quarter offensively for both teams. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Okay. Zoran Miller's playing some, I feel like I'm like at the end of a theatrical montage where like someone just climbed a mountain.
See, I thought I was in a ride for like a Disney World ride.
I was going to say.
Like a Star Wars.
Was that this music in the back of Soren?
That sounded like it.
Sounded like Soren.
We got some new viewers on the MIRE. I know my daughter's watching it with some friends.
Nice.
Yeah, so hey Piper and everybody.
This is one of the benefits to streaming on a platform like YouTube. You know, now with smart TVs all over the place, and turn it on and watch it like it's regular television.
Yeah.
We're going to get a foul as Jack Vermelt's going to go to the free throw line.
Nice take from him there. He's not afraid to get in there, and he gets a good foul, had a chance to get some free throws.
Yeah. Jack's been seeing a lot more time lately.
He's just an all-around good player.
Yeah.
And gets the shooter's roll on the first one.
I remember watching him, you know, in the JV, his years playing when he was playing JV, and I always knew that he was going to be like, you know, one of our mainstays.
I agree. 2 for 2. Cougs in double figures. Montgomery looking to snap a 4-game losing streak. Ocean Township looking to snap a 2-game losing streak. Best of my knowledge, there's no ties in high school basketball, so you know what? Somebody's going to do it tonight.
You gonna Donovan McNabb that? I didn't know you could tie a football game.
Oh, boy. You just angered a lot of
Nice
people.
ball fake.
Simborski for threes. He stepped in, but no good. They throw up ahead.
That's a
Davis.
good pass inside. Luke Smith looking to check back in. Yeah, that was Davis's second foul. Pretty good amount from the Cougar Den student section. Pretty happy about that.
Oh yeah, always love the student involvement.
Yeah. Well, you know, you never know what's going to happen. It's an 8:30 game on a Saturday.
Second one also no good, and a good job by Lynn to streak in and grab the rebound.
But a great job by Simborski just to box out and give him that space to do that.
Oh,
Get it!
The shooter's roll from Melt from the corner. How about that?
Yeah, he doesn't have to be pretty. Just needs to count for 3.
Jack Vermelt playing a big offensive role here in quarter number 2 so far. There's a step back, and that's a nice worst shot in basketball along 2.
Yeah, that's a good-looking shot, though.
Oh, you ain't kidding. Lynn with a hesitation. That move, he's pushed, and he's going to go to the free throw line as he just can't get it to fall.
And that's really one of his main moves there. That little hesitation, man, gives him so much space, and then he's able to drive to the hole.
And you know, I feel like I'm maybe a little more aware of it now because Ryan Curry talked about it. And I'm like, oh, well, if Curry thinks it's legit, I'm like, I should probably think it's really legit too.
Yeah.
He's got a great combination. He's got a great crossover, and they can use those long legs to get to the hoop and either score or get fouled.
And you know what he offers, that's, I don't want to say uncommon for freshmen, but he's able to finish more times than not, you know? I kind of think about when Rohan Prakash was playing when he was young, he would be able to get underneath, but he wasn't able to, really finish. And now, he offers that automatically as a freshman. That's pretty good.
And
great D.
Cougs calling for defense from the stands and almost got a turnover out of it.
That's it. Hey, if you're not pointing that it's our ball, you're not trying.
That's
you're not you got to give it a go.
Zaire Dean so far, and I know I'm going to curse this right now, so far scoreless for Ocean Township.
Ready?
And
look at Formel.
And you know what? They're going to get a foul. And I think that's going to go against Ron Richardson.
Yeah, you didn't put the MIRE curse on him right away, man. That was great, man. That worked out.
And it actually it was the second foul on Richardson. So, you know, we talked about him being the size inside, and he's probably going to take a seat for at least the next couple minutes.
Yeah.
If not the rest of the quarter.
We'll see how the quarter goes. I can't imagine him sitting the whole quarter.
What a pass inside.
Wow.
And Levy with a finish from Luke Smith.
Right place, right time.
That's a nice-looking, well-executed play. Luke Smith had that ball in his hands for a fraction of a second. They try to feed inside. It's knocked around. Szymborski's got it. JT's pushing up ahead. What a pass for Lynn, and he finishes.
That's some good basketball, man. They're firing all cylinders.
19-9. The lead is 10, and a timeout for Ocean Township. It's a 30-second timeout, so by the time we tell Pug to go to commercial, we probably have to come right back. So
Yeah,
we might as well just hang out.
Yeah,
Let's just hang out.
Let's do it. You know what I love
What do you
about this
love?
game?
What do you
Like,
love?
they're just flying to the ball. Every time they're trapping people, they're getting 3 guys right there, making it impossible to get that pass out. And then there's been a ton of turnovers.
You know what I like? I like mobility. I like mobility, especially in bad weather. Heard it's going to snow next weekend. How do you feel about getting around next weekend in bad weather, Tim?
How do I feel about getting around?
How do you feel about it? Is that a thing?
You know,
Is that going to be happening well for you on the farm?
Yeah, I'll be able to get around on the farm. I've got plenty of tractors and things like that. No worries for us.
Chevrolets.
I appreciate that, though.
Chevrolets. That's what you're left to. I get it. Okay. It's a long walk to school. Sorry, Heather.
Heather's probably not listening. It's
That's
probably
all
just my daughter, so she doesn't get it.
Another steal for Montgomery, and Levy is going to get fouled. And Montgomery's in the bonus, so he's going to be shooting free throws.
There you go.
Montgomery's defense really swarming in the beginning, caused a lot of turnovers so far.
Always a good.
We keep
thing.
track of that on there, or no? No, that's not one of our. That's not one of our stats.
If you're looking for turnover stats, don't go to the Game Changer app.
Yeah.
But
But our
anyway.
statistician did say a lot,
That's
right? So
which is more than a few.
a few.
Levy knocks down the first one. He's got the second one on the way. And he is perfect.
Boom.
So the lead is 12.
Doing it from the line. Knock on wood.
I love that we're afraid to talk about
Yeah.
things. Like because we just are the bastion of bad luck.
And it's like literally our job to talk about it.
Yeah, I know. So bad.
See, I would have thought he would have shot that. He had plenty of space.
3 minutes gone by in quarter number 2. Here is Zaire Dean. He's up and under.
Good pass.
Plenty of attention being paid to him by Montgomery, rightly so. What a great defensive set this is from Montgomery. Man, that's the 3rd time they've made Ocean Township reset.
Yeah.
And an offensive foul. Wow,
That
that is a thing knowing this team that just is going to get them completely fired up.
Yeah, they're killing it, man. Maybe it's the gold jerseys.
Wear them full time. Home and away.
Yeah.
Just do it. You only need one. Just listen to me. You got to have a better budget.
It's so funny. I remember when we were gonna buy gold jerseys, and I asked Griff. I was like, Griff, what do you think about gold jerseys?
As we have a steal from Ocean Township and a
Good,
nice
good.
left-handed layup.
And Griff says to me, he's like, it depends. How good are you gonna be? He's like, you can't wear gold if you're not gonna be good.
Oh, come on. You can always look good.
Yeah, we went and we got him. We're pretty good, right, Tommy?
Yeah, I think we're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Good enough for gold jerseys.
Good enough.
From Mount, that was quarter of the way through the hoop before it popped back out.
Cross country sported him first, so we got some wins on him.
Dean, as that's the first shot he's taken in a while even.
I mean, he's been swarmed. Our defense has been swarmed around him.
I think you're really seeing there, you know, Luke Smith working as hard as a human being could possibly work on a play like that to send Dean to the free throw line. So the southpaw knocks that down. That's his first point of the game.
Yeah. I don't expect him to miss this, but Ocean hasn't been doing that great at the line, you know, so. He just doesn't strike me as the type of kid who's going to miss 3 points.
Right.
A little holtage.
Officials timeout.
Just looking for a Snickers, I think.
Oh, could be. I am unsure at all what just happened. I took the headset off to see if I could catch a sneak.
Ocean's coat's really getting into it right now. He took off his jacket, sticking with just the vest.
Back when Grundy used to wear jackets, that's when you know it was
Yeah,
getting intense.
that's the read on a basketball coach.
44 seconds into the game, that was how long the Grundy jacket used to last. Good ball movement as Levy into the paint.
I like the attempt though. The real thing is when the tie got loosened, then you knew.
Yeah.
Oh, Levy.
I don't think that foul's going to go against Levy.
No, I meant that was a great move by Levy to get in a position to steal the ball.
Oh, yeah. Ethan Lynn is going to get called for the reach-in.
Yeah. You hate when that happens, when like a foul that didn't need to happen, you would have got the turnover regardless of if Ethan did what he did or not.
Yep. One and one for Ocean Township, and they earn a second one, does Keith Allen.
Best part of this game is I'm thinking about all the things I have to talk to my kids about tomorrow, and like, oh yeah, I should mention like fouls and one-on-ones and double bonus.
For anybody that doesn't know, Tim Bartholomew is about to become basketball coach Tim Bartholomew tomorrow for the first time. So
I think we should stream it on here.
Yeah, those poor third graders.
Luke Smith comes up empty on a three-point try, and Dean. Offensive foul.
Yes. Who took it? I couldn't see. Everyone stood up.
Yeah, the entire bench was in my way.
Yeah. Was it JT Simborski? That's my guess.
Could have been. Pogue, do you have any eyes on that?
No, that's also my guess, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to give it to him because he gets at least one a game, so.
That's 3 votes to none, so yeah, he got it.
There you go. We just spoke it into existence, even if it wasn't.
Look at that.
Little bit of a great move and maybe a little bit slow on the release.
Even if he didn't make it, he's really good at making shots for himself, and he makes them most of the time.
Well, you just saw right there why Zaire Dean is the team's leading scorer as he knocked down a 3 with a Ethan Lynn hand right in his face.
And it's crazy because like this whole game, you think Montgomery's been in control, and it's only a 3-point game at this point.
Well, it's a 9-0 run from Ocean Township that's made it that way, and they could potentially tie in this possession. Dean. Travel.
Yes.
That's one that I thought was, I'd love to see again. Looked like a jump stop and then a pull-up, right? I mean, like, that's legal. But what do I know? Fromelt, a little bit of trouble, but Moore to his aid, and Moore is going to get tripped on the way in.
Yeah, so he'll get to go to the line.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I feel like Moore's gotten a decent-sized bigger since last year.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. Spent some quality time in the weight room.
James Sobieski called for the foul. 10 team fouls on Ocean Township, so shooting 2 the entire rest of the way in the final buck 49.
It's a good amount of time. There you go.
Knocks down the first one.
Would like to score at least one more time to get at least some sort of nice lead going into halftime.
Well, there you go. There's one more time.
2 for 2 for Moore. He made them look pretty easy considering that he's one of the rare point guards in 2022 at any level that would prefer to drive to the hoop as opposed to shoot threes.
Yeah. He loves driving to the hoop.
They're going to get an offensive foul as it was just a clear out by Aiden St. Louis. You got to be probably pretty excited if you're an Ocean Township fan. They have one senior on the team, and it's Brandon Laughlin, number 33. Outside of that, everybody else is an underclassman.
I mean, he's tall, though. 6'5".
Lynn. Oh, boy, another hesitation. Unselfishly passes back out for Moore. Josh makes his way to the hoop and lays it in.
All right, has that aforementioned desire to get into the hole, man.
Good trademark move there.
Oh, no, his trademark is a floater, but that was a good one, too.
Good job on the press break, but no good on the layup. Here comes Lynn.
Thought he was going to get Luke in the corner.
Nope, just go JT right in the middle, and he'll,
Okay.
with a little bit of contact laid in.
There you go. Come on, man.
I'm surprised that he hasn't made a 3 yet, but he made that one. That's
Hey.
pretty impressive.
That's all you need sometimes is you need that one basket to fall.
You want to talk about why it's important to lift weights and stuff? That play right there.
Even Lynn was in a really good position to almost get that steal right there.
He's got to be careful, though. He's already got 2 fouls.
Yeah.
There's a corner 3. That's no good. And a great block by Montgomery, and Szymborski ends up with it with 17 seconds to go. Lynn.
The official got to play some defense there.
Before the three-point attempt, a timeout from Montgomery and Grundy. It's a full timeout, so we'll take the break with them. Cougs looking to close out the half in style. We'll be right back. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience.
And then immediately when I traded back for him and then got eliminated from the playoffs, he dropped 49 points.
Welcome back to the mire, everybody, and Tommy Petrain's fantasy football team.
Yep.
8 seconds to go before the half. Moore, and now Lynn. Hesitation into the lane. Floater, he's got it. Man, it wasn't, whatever they drew up in the huddle wasn't there, and Ethan said, "I doesn't matter."
I mean, that was a good minute 49.
I mean, you go from having it potentially be a tie ball game at 21 each with Ocean Township in possession, and you go ahead and rattle off 8 straight to take an 11-point lead into the half.
Great.
Fantastic way to close out quarter number 2. We're going to come back in just a couple of minutes with some statistics and analysis and the second half of the finale of Coaches versus Cancer here in Skillman. Stick with us. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. welcome back to the Mire. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew, and our main man, Tommy Petrain. Statistically, Tommy, what's of note from the first half?
So far, leading scorer with 7 points. Yet again, how it's been all season, Ethan Lynn. He's been able to get his shots up. He's made 3 twos, 1 free throw. Only shot 1 3 in the first half, but he's been able to score other ways. Below him, we got Luke Smith, 2 early threes, but hasn't scored since then. But you gotta assume he'll get more in the second half. Jack Vermelt playing amazing so far. He's made a 3, 2 free throws, and you really just got to be impressed with how he's playing coming off the bench. He's been a very big contributor to their lead so far, not only with his points, but just with his hustle. He's got a couple rebounds. And Matt Levy, 5 points, 3 of them on free throws. He's been getting to the line pretty well so far. And then Josh Moore and JT Simborski bringing it up with 4 points from Moore and 2 points from Simborski. So far, pretty balanced scoring. In the Hillsborough game, we had Ethan Lynn take, for the first half, we had Ethan Lynn take 10 shots in the first half, and no one else shoot above 3 shots. So this game, we got a lot more widespread, and it seems to be working very well with the aid of the defense as well.
Something I want to call attention to, because we've always talked about how impactful it is for Montgomery is the free throw percentage. I mean, Ocean Township only shooting 58% from the line. Montgomery at 80% from the line. And I think every coach might even say, man, we'd love to be well above 80. But 50 in the 50s is probably not a place you want to be if a game is going to be tight down the end.
Yeah, exactly. And Montgomery very well shooting from the free throw line. It's not like they're getting that 80% from a low amount of shots. They've shot 10 free throws, made 8 of them. That's not a number at all that you can complain about.
No, that's for sure. Once again, want to remind you, this is the finale of Coaches versus Cancer. You see that QR code in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Pull out your phone, scan the QR code, make a donation. Montgomery likely to donate over $10,000 to Coaches versus Cancer after this evening. Add to it. Step up.
Solid work.
Do it. Quarter number 3. Here we go. Ocean Township will begin with it.
Let's hope we pick up where we left off in the end of the second quarter.
A very slow beginning for Zaire Dean. He ended the first half with 8 points. So, it could be one of those things. The kid's averaging about 16 a game. Maybe a little bit more as Ethan Lynn reaches in, and they're going to say that's out of bounds off the Cougs.
Yeah.
But, that's a quiet 8, but he might end up with 16, before it's all done.
Yeah, especially, if he's got a star mode kind of like Curry did,
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine
he doesn't.
it being any quieter of a half than what he had in the first half.
No, nice take.
Strong move inside from Ron Richardson. We saw that was a big moment in the first half, I thought, when Richardson picked up that second foul.
Yep, got a little bit of trouble early.
Lynn dishing for Smith. Yeah, that one felt like it was going to go down.
Yeah, it had all the markings of a nice shot, but.
And they're going to say a foul on Levy.
Is that his third?
Second. Yeah.
Second.
Zaire Dean will go to the line for 3.
Well, here we go. He's going to get a couple more. Perhaps. Maybe that 58%.
You had the MIRE jinx on him, and then you backed off of it there.
Oh yeah.
Don't hedge that bet.
Yeah.
See what you've done.
Yeah. Now, see, I told you, we said it earlier. He doesn't seem like the type that's going to miss free points, man. You don't become the leading scorer on your team giving up easy ones. He's got a nice release.
Yep.
Melt gets to come in, checks in for Luke.
Dean's third is good.
He's got 5 points from the line. He's single-handedly increasing their free throw percentage.
It's 11 for Dean, and the lead's down to 6 for the Cougs. Lynn hesitates for Szymborski. A second three, no good.
That's a bummer, man. That looked good, too. Oh,
Great
nice
pass inside, and Szymborski can't come up with it, but they'll say out of bounds off Ocean Township.
I mean, that was a fantastic look inside, and they weren't able to finish. And then Szymborski was just played nice defense underneath to get that ball.
I think Grundy was upset with shot selection. As Moore and Davis will play the pick and roll game. Lynn stepping back, missing. Oh, and Davis. They're going to say that's a foul on Ocean Township.
Davis just does a nice job in there, getting rebounds, man, being big.
Cougs will play around the outside as Vermelt looks to get inside now. A lot of motion, and Lynn gets to the bucket, and he'll go to the free throw line because of his hard work.
It's good ball movement, being patient, looking for the right shot, and you know, he saw a lane, he took it, and was able to get fouled on his way up.
Cans the first one, does Mr. Lynn.
It's a good bucket.
And the second one, also good.
Gotta get those 3 points.
You know, I like it though. They whatchamacallit, kind of stopped the momentum a little bit. I feel like Ocean was getting some things going.
Good job defensively sneaky from Levy there to make Dean pick up his dribble. But Montgomery's going to get called for a foul. It's one of those situations, you just got to stay on your feet.
Yeah, a lot of fouls early, man.
A lot of fouls in this whole game.
Yeah, true.
Third foul for Ethan.
And you know, it's one of those things that I don't even think the referees are being tight.
No.
I think it's just there.
It's just a little bit of a contact, more contact today than normal. Ethan getting a blow.
Second free throw is good from Sobieski.
Now they're hitting him.
He's another one who's a sophomore. Moore, travel.
Yeah. I thought he might get away with it, but not so fortunate.
Especially not when you think about what got called for, you know, as traveling in the first half against Ocean Township.
Yeah. Then again, they didn't call him on a travel when he slid 16 feet.
That's also true. Levy's job right now is just to be an absolute thorn in the side of Dean.
He's doing a pretty good job.
Driving a kick, Sobieski now. Up and under, he'll kick back outside. That three-pointer is no good. And you see Moore put his hands on his head after he can't corral the Ben Robinson miss.
That's a tough situation there because, you know, he lets it go, it probably goes out of bounds, but he doesn't know that.
Right. Richardson is back in the game, corrals that one off the inbound. Dean, another good pass inside, but maybe try to thread the needle just a bit too much.
I mean, Montgomery doing a good job. Even when he's getting those nice passes in, they're closing in on it and not giving them much space to do anything with it.
Dean, if I had to give you a criticism, I feel like he takes himself into some spaces as a miss, and Davis is going to get called for a travel. He takes himself into some spaces where he doesn't have a way out.
Yeah.
You know, often under the basket, the way Remsen used to, or, you know, there into the middle. It was like, I got to get rid of this because I don't have a shot opportunity, but. And what a play inside from Richardson.
Yeah, he's playing big right there.
Montgomery fortunate, no foul call. And the lead is down to 4.
Yeah, I think Dean counts a lot on his athleticism to get him out of those situations, but with a disciplined defense, it's harder to do.
Davis on the post. Great backdoor cut from Moore and
There
a
it
floater.
is. There's his patent shot, Tommy. That's it.
The strategery, if you will, from Montgomery, and I will.
You just did.
33-27. You see it again there, but there's an outlet in Richardson. Levy and Smith doing enough to be pests, but still it ends up in a foul.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be a travel. It looked like the ball never even touched the ground.
Third foul on Davis. Grundy pleading with him to just stay on your feet with your hands straight up in the air. Szymborski is coming back in the game.
Just a 6-point lead for Montgomery.
Dean has the second.
It's one of those games where it seems like Montgomery's been in control, but Ocean Township has been able to hang in there and maybe only do a 5-point game.
Crawling back, crawling back, crawling back.
Midway through quarter number 3. Vermelt loses his dribble, but more of it is there to be the outlet. Good hesitation move by Vermelt to get into the lane, and they're going to get a foul. Yeah, a little late maybe, but on the layup.
I'll take it. Our offense has been a little bit stilted in this third quarter. Need something to get us moving, get us going, get some points on that scoreboard.
Devin Sims is called for the foul. It's his second.
If we're not having good luck on our shots, just go in and get fouled. We're shooting 83% from the free throw line. It's clearly working.
Some quick math.
That's why we got you here, Tommy. Second for Vermelt is no good.
Tommy got in on the MIRE jinx. Good for you, Tommy,
Yep.
man. Everyone's rite of passage here at the MIRE.
Vermelt's first miss from the free throw line tonight. They'll play outside in, and that's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, he's raising his hand. He's a little bit too hot. He didn't need to, put all that on it.
You know, you said before about Josh Moore looking like he's grown. I feel like he's grown since the season started.
Me too.
I swear to God, he looks taller.
He does.
A great look, and Vermelt's got a corner three.
As soon as he took that little jump step to set, I knew it was going in.
Can't leave someone like him open. He's going to knock it down.
That was beautiful. That was a big shot, too, what we needed.
9-point lead now for the Cougs.
They're really working inside, Ocean.
A nicely done layup from Devin Sims.
Sims and Richardson have been putting a lot of work in the paint.
Yeah, it's 7 field goals made, and only one of them was a 3
Nice
for Ocean
pass.
Township.
What a job by Moore to leave it off for Vermelt. And Jack playing what I think is his probably best offensive game of the season.
100%.
Dean's hesitation move was no match for Moore, And ended in a steal, and you know what? Another foul on Ocean Township.
Yeah, I saw Luke Smith streaking on the right-hand side of the court. I thought we were going to get a little bit long pass by Josh Moore, but
Vermelt now overtaking the leading scorer. He has 11 points, 6 of them already in the second half, and he's just having a great game today.
yeah,
I'm assuming this is a season high for him, Tommy?
Yes, it is. By far.
Levy. Good ball movement from the Cougs.
that's good. Reset, get the shot that you want.
Moore again into the lane.
Or that one.
That time, no good.
Yeah.
Driving a kick, Luke Smith with a big block.
I'm surprised he passed that one off. I feel like he had enough space to get the layup.
I suspect that in the next 2 years, he ain't passing that ball.
No.
Let's say that. Szymborski and Vermelt doing
Yeah.
everything they can.
defense.
I like it.
Levy with a jump stop, a great defensive play, and they're going to say it's off Ocean Township.
Well, that worked out to our advantage. That's one of those ones where you have the advantage for a little bit, but they did a great job defensively to get back, and then you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
But you know what? Even though that didn't end in a bucket, I thought that was such a smart approach by Levy. You know, we talk about that often because, you know, how often do you see like just an uncontrolled 2-on-3 that ends in an offensive foul? Szymborski will fire. No. Dean, wow, what a move by Dean to the baseline. And a blocking foul and one. That one felt like it could have been a charge, but hard for me to tell from here just how far underneath the basket Szymborski was.
I don't know if the ref was anything like me. He was so enamored with how quality of a move that was to put it in and how athletic that was. Might have got caught up in that.
Second foul of the game on Szymborski, and Dean will go to the line to try to cap off the offensive play. How many for Dean right now, Tommy?
Yeah,
14.
He's having a bit of a
Now
second
15.
half.
He had 8 in the first half and 7 already here in the second.
Every time Montgomery jumps out to a lead, Ocean Township keeps bringing it back down.
I'll take it.
Good job with the hands by Ocean Township and Aiden St. Louis, but there was a lot of body contact there, and it'll send Szymborski to the line.
Ethan checking in.
One number away from greatness for Ethan Lynn.
See, that was my number. I feel like he's already there. He's attained it.
No, it just confirmed it. Szymborski hits the first one. Lest anyone not know what we're talking about, I'm a big advocate of the number 13. No good on the second one. So the lead remains at 7 here. And Dean rises, fires, hits.
See.
And a timeout, Ocean Township.
Dean starting to really hit his groove and take over this ball game.
Under a minute to go, we'll take a quick break. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Somehow magically Zoran Milic knows to play Narcos. And I was just commenting in the break that I hate how it's associated with the Mets because I'm a Yankee fan. Because like you can't watch that. When they brought Timmy Trumpet in live for that one game, you can't watch that on YouTube and not get a little, like, you know, some chills. It was pretty cool. But at the end of the year, just like they do every year, hey, it was a good year. We had a fun song for our closer. Thanks a lot. That's pretty much it.
Come on,
Szymborski.
Szymborski. Yes!
JT rise, fire, hit, 30.
Come on, man.
Finally got one after 6 tries.
32
That's a deep
seconds
one.
to go. And we're going to have a jump ball, I suspect.
Montgomery ball.
Yep, possession hour to the Cougs. It's a 7-point lead for Montgomery. Let's see if.
Let's hope that's all JT needed, man, to unleash it.
Yep. $27 or so ticks to go before the half. Good
Nice.
move by Moore. Get everybody out of trouble.
A lot of pressure here.
Yeah, they're getting a lot more aggressive now.
That's a great skip pass, and now an extra. Szymborski,
I wanted
tried
it
for
so
2 in a
bad.
row. Dean will pull up from just inside. Half court and hit.
What a finish.
Wow. Zaire Dean from just inside the mid-court line cuts the lead to 4.
That was an impressive shot, man.
He's got 21 going into the 4th.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much how that goes.
So would you say he turned on star mode?
No, I
No?
still would not do. That's a very specific set of circumstances. Like, you got to like hit a 3, make a steal, hit a layup, make a steal, assist somebody, and then make another steal. That's Curry star mode.
You know what Dean's doing a lot more of?
Scoring?
Not passing.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot more of saying, okay, I suspect that's why he's their leading scorer, is when the times get tough, he just puts it on himself and goes up and gets the points.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, if he gets even an inch of space and he can put it up,
Yeah.
pretty good chance it's going in. You got to be right up in his face and just deny every shot attempt he can get.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure defensively it has to be exhausting covering him, and now that we're getting into the later portion of the game, defense might not be at the same caliber as it was in the first and second quarter.
So we start quarter number 4, and it's been a good one. The conclusion to a successful 2 days of Coaches versus Cancer here in Skillman. And it starts how it started the first quarter with a turnover. Smith's going to go to the hoop. No good. Pretty good defense by Ocean Township.
Good D. That's what you want to do, get it out of his hands, man.
They go for a steal and get it again. Here's Levy, he'll come ahead. And he gets it to go in 1.
All right.
And you know what? It was so calculated by Levy. You saw him look up before he went to the hoop, and he said, I have to change my angle here because Ocean Township and Keith Allen already, kind of stuck the feet in the ground.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what? I just got to alter my angle a little bit. He did it.
It was almost casually.
Yeah.
It's just like Richardson gets to check back in.
Ocean Township's home of Kenny Pickett, right? As Levy knocks down the free throw.
That I would be unsure of.
I believe so.
You know what? I trust you.
I don't trust me, but
No,
I
trust you.
appreciate your support. We'll see if we get another break, if I can look that up. What a spinning finish that time from Richardson.
Yeah, he's just been playing big.
We haven't seen like a big run from Ocean Township, but boy, they just love keeping this thing close.
Yeah, man, they just keep cutting in.
Szymborski, no good off the front iron.
It's got to be.
Dean, what a touch pass.
Good defense.
And they didn't end up with a layup. Moore. Good job that time by JT to say, let's just slow down.
That's good. Reset yourself. Make something happen. Using some of the clock.
Szymborski. It's one of them things that high school basketball provides. This JT again will fire and hit.
There you go. There you go.
Third three-pointer of the game for JT. The lead's back to 8.
I feel like too that's where he's most effective is on like the very front and top of the arc.
This is Zaire Dean, 5'9" sophomore. Throws all the way over the top, and they answer right back.
That's a big shot, man.
James Sobieski, another sophomore. Just like we said, they love to answer. They're going to get Dean on a foul and a reach-in.
And that happens so quick, man.
And that is 1 and 1 again for the Cougs. So the last 5.5 minutes, Montgomery's going to be shooting free throws.
That's gonna come up huge in this game.
In whatever direction it comes up huge in.
Yeah. It also means the last 5 minutes is gonna take 30.
And a shooter's roll for Moore.
Yeah, but the way this game is looking, Montgomery's got to be happy that this is one of those days where they're shooting really well from the free throw line.
You
As I
did
said,
it again.
Way to
man.
go, Tommy.
Tommy, learn it, man. Wait till the end. It's all good.
Ocean Township looks to cut into the 6-point lead. They can't because Ethan Lynn sends everybody ahead, and now it's Levy. What a defensive play from behind by Dean.
And
he feeds across. Wow.
It's one of those things where, and I've seen it with Curry before, where the pass is so good and so that it's unexpected from the teammate, and he doesn't handle it well.
Oh, and that's going to be a foul on the inside. Montgomery bench was looking for a jump ball, but they didn't get it.
Yeah, I was hoping for that too. You know, they've still been doing outsized underneath, but been playing really strong tonight.
Yes. First free throw is good from Richardson, so the lead's down to 5. 5 minutes to go in this one. And 2 for 2 for Ron Richardson.
Cut it to 4.
They're just sticking around.
Szymborski, and they're going to get a kickball.
It's a good idea.
Montgomery obviously playing a much more deliberate style of offense than perhaps we are used to over the last half decade or so.
Yeah.
But form is a function of availability, so. Lynn goes for more. That was an interesting inside-out pass. Lynn all the way to the hoop, and they're going to say that's out of bounds off Ocean Township. You see the burst there.
Yeah, I thought he got fouled on the way up, man, but I guess it was all ball.
Little trouble getting it in, but Lynn to the rescue. A pull-up, and he missed.
He's been surprisingly quiet this game.
Still getting his shot and getting to where he wants to be, though.
Yeah.
Just by sitting here, Pogue closed his activity ring on my watch. That was the Apple notification I just got. As the ball's on the ground.
You're a pure athlete.
It's the thing. It's crazy.
Yeah,
like
typing's an athletic sport.
You just burning them calories.
Existing, I think.
Whoa.
That was something. Holy cow.
Huh.
Can you do that shot in the game?
Jeez.
Except on our basket.
Right, wrong side. Some double picks as they leave Lynn open, but it'll be Smith who comes off the screen, and that's well off the mark.
Yeah, I don't like that shot. Would have liked to see him move it around a little bit.
They'll go inside to Richardson, and that's
Good
no
tip
good.
out there.
Nice hustle.
And you know what you got to say in the analysis of where have we come from game one at Immaculata to right now? It doesn't look like, it felt at Immaculata to me like rebounding could potentially be an issue all season long. And the effort on the defensive and offensive glass right now is absolutely there.
No, this is what you want to see from Montgomery, like just the hustle and the boards.
No good from Lynn on the free throw.
Zorn's killing me.
Zorn's been killing me for 16 years. So, you know, welcome to the club.
He makes a better door than a window, that's for sure.
Ball is knocked away and out of bounds off the Cougs.
His knee must be acting up. Did you know he's done 8 games? Did he tell you?
I think he did. He did time. He shared another piece of information with me that I'm not going to share on the air, but let's just say it was probably too much as we get an N1.
About
Don't even ask. Don't even ask.
what's hurting him? Is that what he said?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda. That's all I'm willing to say.
There we go. Back and be able to see the game.
So Richardson will try to pull Ocean Township and his Spartans to within 1, and he does. So we are essentially right back to even.
Yep.
Szymborski waits for more, and now JT again is wide open. No good as it hits the stanchion. You know, at a certain point, you've had a lot of success inside today, but at a certain point, you got to say, look, one of our 2 best 3-point shooters is wide open. You got to be okay with that shot. We just need to make more of them.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate the shot. He was
No.
wide open. Ooh.
Timeout, Ocean Township. 2:35 to go in this ball game, and it is a good one. Montgomery 50, Ocean Township 49. It's the conclusion of Coaches versus Cancer, a 2-day event in Skillman. You have that QR code in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Feel free to please pick up your phone, your iPad, whatever. Scan the QR code, make a donation, help us contribute as much as we can. There's people everywhere. It's one of those things that, you know, you look at and you go, how have we not fixed this yet? You know?
Yeah, it's just so many different kinds. And
So I taught sports media and commentary this fall at the College of New Jersey. I loved my class. They were the most fun class I've ever taught. And one of the things that you invariably realize as a college professor you have to do is, like, one of your major things is you got to provide perspective to the kids, right? You know, they're 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old kids, and I just forget what that means, like, in years. You know, like, when were you born? And I'm like, oh, you were born in 2001. I'm like, all right. So, you know,
just the fact that it's 2000 end.
Right. So I go back and show them a bunch of stuff, and one of the things that we watched and talked about was the Jimmy V speech. And most of the class, like, I would say like 11 of 18 had never seen it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, it's only like the most iconic sports speech ever, with apologies to the Gipper. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
We just keep getting older. That's how it rolls. Oh, what a block, but they still find a way to score the basketball and take the lead.
It's good. I mean, that's as good a defense as you could ask
Yeah.
for. Just an athletic play to be able to finish and make that basket.
Let's see who's going to step up for Montgomery.
Yeah, this is where you show your heart.
Lynn. Moore. Into the lane. Looked like there was a lot of
Yeah, he
some
just
kind of
lost his
contact.
balance.
Cymborski draws
Right
another
there, that's a
offensive foul.
Hey,
Man.
it might not be 2 points, but it's a huge play.
That is a huge call.
Yeah.
A huge call. You talk about the difference between another and one layup and
Yeah.
an offensive foul, and
I mean,
boy,
that puts it from a 2-possession game to, you know, only down 1.
my goodness. What a play from Cymborski. Something in the stands that's not great. I don't know. This is so now. What's happening now is somebody up top said something that isn't great, and this is, as a high school official, one of the best things that the NJSIA has ever done, because you just can't say what you want to say in high school sports. It's high school sports. Some of the stuff that got said to me last year was off the charts at high school games.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
kind of good at what I do in that world. Okay? And some of the stuff was out of control. So the NJSIA this year said, officials, listen, kick them out. And by the way, you're going to, after you do it, come back to the website, issue a report, tell us what they said and what team they were from, and we'll address it with that team's athletic administration. And if there's too much of that stuff that happens, you know what happens? Your team doesn't get to play in the postseason.
Yeah.
So you know what? Kudos to the NJSIA, Paul Papaduke. We haven't even talked about that, by the way. We can talk about that if we get another break.
Yeah.
But 51-50, well, let's keep the focus here. And as I say that, Montgomery turns it over.
It was a good look inside, just a hard pass to handle, and it just went a little high.
Oh, and they're going to get another offensive foul on Dean as he just kind of ran through Cymborski.
Oh, yeah. I
So
mean,
now-
playing to our strengths here.
No doubt. That's the 4th foul on Dean.
It's so funny, when he got his 3rd, I was like, oh, that's probably not going to make a difference. I was thinking in my mind, but now
Yeah.
he's got to play conservative or he's out.
Montgomery with a huge opportunity. And Lynn has it knocked out of his hands,
Nice.
but right to Levy. Matt has it knocked out of his hands, and an offensive foul.
I mean, that was impressive by Lynn to lose the ball, but be able to, like, smack it over to Levy.
Yeah.
A little drama to finish your Saturday evening.
No doubt. The 4th foul on Levy as well. So Montgomery will look to trap. They throw all the way across court, and they get it there.
I know.
Sobieski fires underneath, and it ends in a layup. That's well done from Ocean
Yeah.
Township.
That was a nice little play.
Montgomery, they don't need to force a 3 yet. Just want to get a good shot.
Yeah. Ocean playing some tight defense now.
Cymborski. As Moore looks for some help. Lynn will go right to the hoop and miss, but he pulls it back out. More for
Come
three.
on, Moore.
No good. An offensive rebound, and we're going to have a foul as Smith's going to go to the line.
He's going for 2.
Man, you would have loved to have seen him can that one.
Yeah.
And that's on Dean. Wow, Zaire Dean is fouled out. That is a huge blow. If Montgomery can force overtime or even in these last 18 seconds, that is so big.
I mean, these are 2 crucial free throws.
Dean, a game high 21 points. And he will sit the final 18.3 at least, if that's all we have left. Everybody's in the bonus.
We have
the double bonus for Montgomery.
Yeah, we have the advantage of the double bonus. He can give a foul here and get the 1-and-1 and maybe walk away with something.
Good.
There you go.
To cut the lead back to 1. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a make and a timeout. And there it is.
There you go.
Big free throws there.
Huge free throws from arguably your best shooter to keep the lead at 1. It's a full timeout for the Cougs as they have made sure that this one will come right down to the wire. All right, so let's switch gears back to, I imagine that none of you saw this because we haven't talked about it on the air. NJ.com just came out with their 50 most powerful people in New Jersey sports. Number 3 on the list, ahead. Was it ahead? No, I'm sorry, 1 behind. The executive director of the NJSIA, Paul Papadou.
There you go.
3rd most powerful man in the state.
You'd love to see it.
Now, how do you think that makes Tony Maselli feel? Years and years he's just here, has to take orders from Papadou. Then he goes to the NJSIA, he's got a couple years on the man. He's like, oh, I finally got some seniority. Less than a year into the gig, Papadou's number 3 in the state.
Yeah,
How about that?
I mean, it's nice just to have both of them there. You know, Tony's doing a great job there. Paul's doing a great job there. I'd love to see it.
I joke, obviously, but Pop's certainly made an impact, in his first year there regarding compliance and transfers. So, kudos to him. Not that we're shocked by any of it. So.
No.
All right, here we go. Ocean Township up a point. Here comes the trap. Looking for a steal. They don't get it.
Foul.
Yep, got a foul. Got a foul.
That's all right.
That's a hell of a position for the officials to be in to decide whether to call that a foul or let that play, because the ball was clearly out of his hands. And if I'm Ocean Township, I could argue I would have rather you just held on to that and allowed me to catch the pass and lay the ball in.
Yeah. Well, it's in their hands now, man. He's got at least 1 here.
1-and-1 for Sobieski. 13.2 ticks to go.
The sophomore.
No. And Levy's got it. Here comes Moore. Under 10 to go. Down a point. Matt. No, and they call a travel.
Got a foul right away
4.1. There is still plenty of time to foul. They could make both, and you could still tie.
A lot of pressure here on this inbound. Don't let him get it in. Oh, what was that?
I did not see it, and it ends up in a layup at the buzzer, and that will do it.
Yeah,
I would love to be able to intelligently comment on that, but I can't.
Yeah, you just saw Montgomery Cougar on the floor. It looked as if there was some contact with Ocean, and
Let's see. I'm checking it out now on the replay. Nah, it was a flop.
Was it?
Yep. It was a good effort at trying to draw the foul, but a flop nonetheless. So good job by the officials to hold their whistle on that, and Ocean Township will walk out of here as the victors. So, boys, it was all for naught, but I appreciate your efforts on a late Saturday night. Coaches versus Cancer, clearly a success from a Montgomery standpoint, from a human being standpoint. How about that?
Yeah, and didn't walk away with the win. We didn't walk away with the win, but it does feel good that they're going to be able to make a difference in a lot of people's lives.
No doubt about it. Our next broadcast is Thursday of this week, the 12th, home against Immaculata. We're already in the second half of the stinking season. How about that?
Time flies.
The previous has been a production of the MIRE. It's the sole property of the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account without the express consent of the MIRE is strictly prohibited. You see the QR code again here on your screen. Take another couple of seconds, pull out your phone or your iPad, and please go ahead and donate some money. Cougars lose a heartbreaker. For Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew, Tommy Petrain, and Nicole DeMace, I'm Keith Glock. Thanks for watching.